Today I'm doing a 2-page layout from our trip to Italy where we popped open a bottle of champagne. I have my son here who's popping the champagne with my at the time daughter's boyfriend, and I'm deciding how I want to crop these and fit them on the page. I want to do the champagne photos in order of the bottle being popped, and then I want these other 2 photos on the right side. I have this champagne and champagne glasses from the Showtime collection. I really like this paper. It's from Boho Escape. It looks like little champagne bubbles to me, like little sparkly fizzes. And so does this yellow one. It sort of has the sparkles like in a champagne bottle. And these colors seem to go really well with the photos. So I'm just choosing paper and deciding how I want to put it all together. I really like this white paper. They almost look like flowers or stars, but they also look like champagne fizzes. So I decided to put the floral paper in the background and the yellow paper in the middle and the white on top. I really want to see these little sparkles for the champagne. So I decided to put the floral in the back. So I'm going to cut, with the yellow, I'm going to cut 1.5 centimeters on each side of the 4 sides. And since it's going in the center, I decided to cut 3 centimeters off the top and 3 centimeters off of one side, so that when I put it in the center, it's 1.5 centimeters on each of the 4 sides. With the white paper, I'm only cutting off 1 centimeter because I want that yellow to be a smaller border than the floral. But I have to include that I already cut 1.5 centimeters, and I'm coming onto the inside of the yellow paper. So on that white paper, I'm cutting 1 centimeter off of all 4 sides, so that's 2 off the top and 2 off the side. And since it's going in the center, I also have to add the 3 and the 3 that I did off the yellow. So the total off the white is 5 centimeters off the top and 5 centimeters off the side. So when I put it in the center, it's really just a 1 centimeter difference from the yellow paper and another 1.5 centimeters difference from the floral paper on each of the 4 sides. I don't normally measure anything, but in this case I thought it would be best to do so. Now I have this photo of my daughter and her boyfriend at the time, and I'm going to make them into a circle, and I'm cropping my oldest daughter into a smaller rectangle. This is the custom cutting system. I use the small circle, so the red is the closest. That makes a 4-inch circle, so you really have to line it up because that photo is only 4 inches wide. And look how it is sticking. So I don't want to move anything until I've gone all the way around and the outside comes free. That's when I go ahead and move everything. That way I get a perfect circle. I have this little camera from Carta here and there and everywhere chipboard accents. And I'm lining up my photos to see how I want to do everything. I like this aqua because it matches the floor tile in our hotel that the photos are from. And I'm just sort of seeing what circles I want to put where and how I want to place them. This is a nice navy that matched my oldest daughter's dress, so I'm going to line it up behind her and just tuck it in there. And I'm just going to try different shapes and sizes and colors of circles. I have to see it before I commit to it. That's just the way my brain works. Right here I didn't have the pegs of the custom cutting system lined up in the circle, and that's what happens. It cuts up your paper pretty bad. So you don't want to do that, and you want to do it, and you don't want to do it on a photo, so make sure both pegs are in the circle slot. Now I have some gold classy mini letters, the ABC 123 stickers from Creative Memories. It's sort of a foiled gold, and I'm going to write cheers, and I wanted to see how big it would be by looking at 6 C's here together, because cheers is going to be my title for the page. I typed out my journaling onto vellum from my computer to my printer, and I will put that on in a little bit. Now I'm taking everything down so I can put my large square pieces of paper together. I'm using my jumbo tape runner to put the tape on to the big pieces. I just love these little things. They look like champagne fizzes. Adding my circle photo onto white paper and my rectangular photo onto white paper. And then all three photos of the guys are going to go onto one long paper instead of separate mats. I'm just doing one long mat. I put those together and I'm just putting my circles where I think I might want them once again. I decided to make one of these blue circles smaller because this other one was too small, so I needed a medium blue circle. And I'm trying embellishments to see how I like them. I just love having this layout studio so I don't have to hunch over anymore. I think I like how my circles are, so I'm going to put these photos down of the guys, but I'm not putting any tape on the top part of that rectangle so I can move my circles around and put them down. 3 sides of tape is plenty. And now I can slide my circles in. I've got my journaling. I'm cutting it out and I'm going to put the champagne glasses onto the journaling. I'm ready to put my letters down for my title, so I'm using my multi-purpose tool. But I switched to tweezers for a little bit more control. I'm using a ruler to align the title. I raise it up a little bit because I want to put a sticker under the title. I have my champagne bottle and this little sticker that says living happy. Under the journaling is the tape for the whole journal box. It's just underneath the champagne glasses so you don't see the tape. Now I'm trying other embellishments and seeing how this camera looks and where I should put everything on the right side. I haven't quite finished the left side, but it's mostly finished. I like that mandala. Oh, I think it's sort of a half mandala. I'm sticking things down on the left. The reason why I wait to do both pages is because if there's an embellishment that looks better on one side or the other, it's a good idea to play around with before you start sticking it down, just in case something looks better on one side and if you've already used it on the other. I'm taking everything down on the right side, but I accidentally took everything down and forgot how I wanted to line up my circles. So I had to put everything back up just to do that little trick on like I did on the left of putting circles in just so. I'm definitely happy with how the page is turning out. Now I'm sticking my photos down and adding some embellishments, adding the little camera, and I like how that looks, and this little heart. And then I decided to add a sticker that says Loving Life. And there you have it, a 2-page layout of the champagne pop. The journal box reads, "Time for champagne. We are in our hotel in Maori getting ready to go to a fancy schmancy dinner. Brock popped the bottle and we're not quite sure where that cork went." It's a fun page. Thank you for watching. Happy scrapping!